At 10:30 in the morning, we set off, and I drove for 6 hours to safely return to Wuhan with Peng and Bing. During the car ride, Peng played with my iPad for a while and then fell asleep when he got tired. Bing and his younger brother also followed suit and dozed off, allowing me to focus on driving and reach Wuhan quickly. Peng woke up a bit fussy, and Bing also had a short tantrum due to waking up, but we managed to persevere and arrive in Wuhan around 6 in the evening. I thought about having a meal and then heading home to rest. As soon as I parked the car near the square close to our home, Peng spotted a KFC restaurant and ran towards it. We couldn't catch up with him, so we had to follow him inside. Once inside, Peng moved swiftly, and his tall stature made it hard to catch or stop him. He grabbed a man's roasted chicken, but fortunately, the man had a good temper, and after I apologized, he didn't make a big fuss about it. I urged Peng to eat quickly, as he hadn't had anything to eat all day and was probably feeling hungry. While waiting for our meal, Peng went to snatch the man's roasted chicken 2 more times. I couldn't help myself and scolded him. He looked a bit innocent, and given his large size, others might have let it slide, but dealing with him was indeed challenging. I can understand the difficulties Peng's mother must face. After dinner, I took Peng and Bing back home. At my place, Peng enjoyed playing with puzzles, and he was incredibly fast at completing them. Despite not having attended school, he quickly figured out how to complete the puzzles after reading the instructions. Bing, on the other hand, couldn't complete one yet, as his abilities were still developing. Peng seemed to have a great time at my place, and Bing didn't seem to mind him at all. Though sometimes Peng pinched Bing, he also showed signs of affection. I believe Peng has a good personality. And he is adorable and genuine. Yesterday, I drove another 6 hours, and I was really exhausted. After getting home and taking a shower, I thought I could finally get a good night's sleep in my comfortable bed. However, around midnight, I decided to check on Peng before going to sleep. I found the front door open, all the lights turned on, and Peng dancing with his toys near the door. His mother, overwhelmed with fatigue, had fallen asleep in the guest room and hadn't noticed what Peng was up to. Peng's mother didn't want to give him her phone. But since he had no other toys and refused to sleep, she had no choice but to give it to him. She thought he would play with it for a while and then fall asleep, but instead, he sang and danced around the house, making loud footsteps as he moved. It was impossible for her to sleep. Worried that Peng might leave the house, I went to check what he was doing in the living room. He took out some sausages from the fridge, probably wanting to eat them. I persuaded him to wait and eat them tomorrow. Then, I went back to my room to try to get some sleep. I saw Peng's mother asleep and thought she could finally rest, so I didn't disturb her. However, Peng couldn't stay still, and his noise made it impossible for me to sleep. He kept shouting, talking to himself, saying, "No, why, can't." It was quite an eye-opening experience. His mother tried to calm him down so that I could sleep, but he became more and more agitated. Finally, the morning arrived, and it was 7 o'clock. I told Peng's mother that I hadn't slept at all during the night. I really wanted to scold her son numerous times. But I also understood her difficulties. I knew they were leaving for their hometown soon, and despite feeling tired, I decided to hang in there for a little while longer. I went downstairs to buy breakfast for Peng's mother and Peng. We had Wuhan's famous hot dry noodles. And Peng enjoyed it a lot. I even gave him some of my spicy hot dry noodles, which made him sweat. As a joke, I told Peng's mother to finish eating quickly and then leave. After they left, I took a comfortable nap and felt quite happy. After spending 24 hours with Peng, I realized what other mothers in our group meant by saying that emotions are crucial. My younger son, Bing, is still very young, so I haven't fully grasped the profound meaning of that statement. However, after spending time with Peng, I now understand. If a child's emotions are unstable or challenging when they grow up, it would be a luxury to lead a normal life. You can't control them, restrict them, or restrain them. I now understand that I shouldn't force my children and that they should be left to their natural course. I have to lay a healthy foundation for them since they are still young. I have to love them in the right way and let them be happy and content in their daily lives. Although they are special children, their hearts are complete. I need to guide them with the right methods and love so that they can lead a relatively normal life in the future. After spending time with Peng, I have become more determined not to push my children too hard and to understand that it's okay to let them be and develop naturally. I now understand that it's essential to see beyond immediate anxieties and consider the challenges these special children will face as they grow up. I'm sure Peng's mother is going through a lot every day, enduring these difficulties. I really wish I could just shut Peng's mouth and make him stop talking. Therefore, if you have a special child at home and wish for them to achieve success academically, I urge you to give your children some leeway and let things happen naturally. Don't push them too hard. Otherwise, it will be the parents who suffer in the end. Love your children the right way, and let them grow up happily and healthily. Amidst.